Okay, I will be starting with the session now. Hello everyone. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to technical session 8B. I am Dimahi Patel and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 9th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Intelligent Systems held in Bangkok, Thailand. The 9th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Bangkok, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom for today and tomorrow, that is 5th and 6th April 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentations and 2 minutes for the question and answers. On 9 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Our session chair will be joining us soon, so we will be starting with the presentations now. I would request German Jersha. German ma'am, are you here with us? I repeat, TC German Jersha. Yes, ma'am. Please begin your presentation on a review of human behavior-based suspicious activities detection on surveillance.
Okay.
Vishal sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Can we start with the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning to everyone present here. I'm TC German Jersha, a research scholar from Anna University, Chennai. I am guided by Dr. D. Shiloh Elizabeth and Dr. C. Sunil Rettim Raj. Today, I'll be presenting a review titled Human Behavior-Based Suspicious Activity Detection on Surveillance. This is part of my ongoing research in the field of deep learning and video surveillance, and I'm honored to present it at ICTIS 2025. Surveillance systems are not just cameras, they are the silent guardians ensuring the safety and security in modern society. With the growth of urban spaces and the rise of threats, the demand for smart surveillance systems solutions is increasing rapidly. With the growth of, the traditional systems rely on human monitoring with both the labor intensive and prone to errors. Hence, there is a growing need to automate the suspicious activity detection using artificial intelligence, specifically human behavior analysis. Suspicious activity detection, particularly in the context of video analytics, and surveillance systems seeks to identify and classify the abnormal human behaviors that could pose security threats in public spaces such as banks, malls, transport hubs. The key problem being addressed in the detection of suspicious activity, which includes identifying the actions or the behaviors that deviate from the normal and could indicate potential threats. This process faces challenges such as human variability and changes in lighting and variations in the shapes. So, advancements in machine learning and deep learning are essential in automating the detection process by analyzing the patterns and clues from video data. However, these challenges remain detecting implicit suspicious behaviors which may not overtly criminal but contextually abnormal. So my overall objective in this paper is providing insights into the latest developments in machine learning and deep learning methodologies, highlighting the state of our data sets, identifying the key challenges in detecting the video anomalies, and exploring the effectiveness of deep learning approaches. So literature survey. So last few years papers were read and the points were gathered from those papers, and the publications and the reputed publications were taken. So the first paper is the abnormal human activity detection by convolutional recurrent neural networking using fuzzy logic. And the methods used here are CNN and RNN. Using this, they have recognized the anomalies activities from surveillance videos. The second one is HR, Human Activity Recognition, OLO, a multi-branch network model for helmet detection combined with high-resolution network and OLO version 5. Here, the method algorithm used is high-resolution network and OLO v5. And here,
Excuse me,
synthesis.
sorry to interrupt. Just a
Sorry.
minute. Sorry to interrupt in between. Could you please switch on your presentation mode? Because it looks like you are not started with your presentation mode is not on. And if possible, please switch on your camera so that the session will be more interactive.
Okay. The second paper is HR-OLO, a multi-branch neural network model for helmet detection, combined with the high-resolution network and OLO v5. And here the objective is to synthesize the information from the features of helmet objects and human pose. The third paper is short segmentation based optimized dual stream framework for robust human activity recognition in surveillance videos. And here the algorithm used is VIT, Vision Transformer, and FlowNet2, and a parallel bidirectional long short-term memory. Here, to enhance the performance of the human activity recognition in surveillance system is the objective. And the next paper is human activity recognition via Wi-Fi and inertial sensors with machine learning. And here the machine learning algorithms like SVM, MLP, decision tree were used. And here the objective of this paper is to detect the human activity using Wi-Fi based data. And the next one is OLO v3 based human detection and heuristically modified LSTM for abnormal human activities detections in ATM. And the algorithm here used is OLO v3, and it is used to detect the unusual activities in complex environments. And the last one is a novel designed and implementation of IoT-based real-time ATM surveillance and security system. And the algorithm used here is CNN. And this is used to enhance the security at ATMs by detecting the physical attacks and abnormally behaviors. So from the paper, from this study, we categorize the methodological approaches into two. One is machine learning techniques and the deep learning techniques. The machine learning techniques such as SVM, decision tree, KNN, and deep learning techniques like CNN, RNN, OLO, etc. And the detection techniques for human behavior recognition and anomaly detection, it is used to recognize the human actions and for anomaly detection, how the unusual patterns were identified and how it is related to the normal and abnormal. And the open challenges and the future directions. So the challenges were accuracy and false positiveness, and poor data quality and complexity of human behavior, complex detection model. So a major challenge remains in minimizing the false positives to achieve the high accuracy, and many suspicious activities are misclassified as harmless or vice versa. And the future where investigate active learning strategies to lower the false positives. The second challenge is poor data quality. The quality of data is low due to the blur or the lightning effects, and some more complicated suspicious activity. So these are the poor reasons for poor quality data. And the future direction in this area is to examine the detection system with several modalities. And complexity of human behavior. Human behavior is concept complex and context dependent. Actions may be suspicious in one context, may be a normal and abnormal. And So to overcome this, the future direction may be utilizing the temporal pattern recognition using RNN or transformers. The last challenge is complex detection model. Detection models may receive bias from the training data, leading to unfair results and ethical concerns. So, to future direction may be the proper review and better selection of detection algorithms. So the conclusion, so suspicious human based on activity detection based on human behavior is a critical area in the research with application in surveillance and public safety. So these in this survey, we have explored domain various techniques and data sets and challenges. So the wide range of approaches, including traditional ML techniques and DL techniques have been employed. And deep learning has a significant ability to handle the large data sets and the complex patterns. And the availability of diversity of data sets may be a crucial role in the development and evaluation of these techniques. Despite the advancements in technology, significant challenges present issues like accuracy, false positiveness, poor data qualities, bias in detection tech algorithms, and complexity in human behavior must be addressed. So the future efforts should be focused on developing an automatic surveillance system for monitoring and moving the videos. It is essential to enhance the accuracy and also to reduce the false alarms and to improve the frame rates. So references. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me the difference between the system that you have proposed in your paper and the existing systems? How it is different?
Uh, Sir, in my survey, we have explored the machine learning and deep learning techniques that can be used for these suspicious activity detections, and also the future directions that that can be overcome uh, from the challenges faced.
Now, how it is different? Like, suppose if you have installed a CCTV camera, there also we can observe the activities that are done by the people in our organization. Like, how you are going to integrate the AI techniques so that it will become more efficient, and it will be more automatic rather than manual approach.
Sir, so far from the videos, the images captured, we have so many poor data quality. The challenges we faced so far is accuracy is less accuracy and false positiveness, and the quality of the data is low. And also the human patterns, maybe some human patterns are visibly we may think it is abnormal, but example like being nervous, it may the situation environment may be a normal one and the person may be a little nervous, but we may think it is an abnormal. So to differentiate that, we are going for the future directions with the deep learning techniques.
Which data set you have used?
So far I used UCF crime data sets.
How many records are there?
uh,
Approximate.
4,000, exactly number I don't remember. 4,000.
Approx you can tell.
4,000.
4,000 and something. Could you do you think that these many records are enough for trusting the accuracy?
Uh, Not sure, sir.
Because these deep learning models need lots of record for training purpose.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there might be a chances that it will be biased towards one class in that case.
Yes.
Agree or not? So
Yes.
please try to increase the number of records so that your model will become more robust, and it will be able to cope up with the different kinds of challenges.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. That's it from my end.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Now, I would like to take a quick moment to introduce the chair of the session before we continue with the other presentations. Now, we have with us Dr. Vishal R. Patil. Dr. Vishal is an associate professor in the Department of AI/ML at Loknete Gopinathji Munde Institute of Engineering, Education and Research, Nashik, India. Specializing in computer engineering, his expertise includes data science, machine learning, blockchain, cloud computing, and support vector machines. His research focuses on artificial intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, blockchain technology, and cloud computing. I officially welcome you, sir, to the session, and I would request you to share any welcome remark you may have for the presenters here.
Thank you so much. So I'm now enthusiastic towards listening your presentation, and the first presentation was also good, and I hope that remaining participants will also contribute their knowledge, and obviously there will be some remarks from my side, so that you will improve your research in the near future.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I will be starting with the presentations again. Next up, I would like to call Lakshmi Priya. Lakshmi, ma'am, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Please present your paper on a study on integration of remote sensing and geographical interface system technologies for assessment of sustainable management of South Indian mangrove ecosystem.
Thank you. Could you please, yeah, one and all present here. Thanks for accepting our paper for the presentation. So as the title says that I'm going to present the paper on a study on integration of remote sensing and geographical interface system technology for assessment of sustainable management of South Indian mangrove system. I am Dr. Lakshmi Priya, who will be presenting this topic. The authors are Dr. Batma Lakshmi, Mr. Kesavan, Dr. Kannan Thomas Felix from different institute. So I'll just rush up with the presentation. So here is the overview of the presentation. These are the topics which I'm going to present for the day. First of all, let me give a glimpse of what actually this mangrove ecosystem. So you may be aware of the terminology mangrove ecosystem, where this is the most productive and ecological important environment throughout the world, which is playing a crucial role in maintaining the coastal stability, supporting diversity, and providing essential resources to local communities. So these are the three major roles that are being played by this mangrove ecosystem. However, the topic of my study is based on the South India, where our concentration is on Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Kerala. As per the report stated by Forest Survey of India 2021, we have approximately 49 square kilometers of mangrove forest, which has been spread around Pichavaram and Muthupet in Tamil Nadu state, which provides an essential habitat for biodiversity. And also, this particular mangrove ecosystem, it provides a lots of benefits, like it acts as a natural defense against coastal erosion and storm surges, and also it provides support for the tourism and provide a livelihood for local communities who are being based on those regions, and it serves as a carbon sink with remarkable storage and potential. So for an instance, the Pichavaram mangrove in Tamil Nadu have been shown to store over 900 tons of carbon per hectare. So this particular 900 tons of carbon per hectare, it plays a vital role, which also have an impact over the climatical changes which happens in our environment. Not only that, not only based on the carbon per hectare, it is also attracts a lot of tourisms that also, for an example, in Pichavaram region, it attracts over 150,000 visitors by 2025. It is an expected count. There is some rise in the count compared to that of a previous year. So which provides an important important venue for generating revenues, and then there are a lot of employability opportunities for local communities also. And here are some of the issues, whatever is being faced right here. So as per IPCC, the IPCC have given a warnings in such a way that the rising sea level and extreme weather condition, it is also likely been having an impact over the environmental loss in the mangrove forest, which raises risk in the ecosystem and the coastal community. So there is a need for a sustainable management. When we talk about the sustainable management, we involve in the immersive ecological and economical value, where the threats of this mangrove forest is like the urban expansion. Obviously, we are aware that a lot of expansions are happened in the regions of mangrove forest, and then the industrial activities, the wastage or the development of the industry, which have a direct impact over this mangrove ecosystem, then the unsustainable land use practices, and also the effect of climatical changes, which results in habitat degradation and loss of biodiversity. So based on these benefits and the issues, whatever is being faced by the environment, for the past few decades, a lot of literature works has been gone through, not only for with regard to South India, wherein in other part of the world, a lot of research works have been carried out. So to make it short, in 2017, Karen and Frages, they made a study in Vietnam, which shows an impact of aquaculture over this mangrove forest. And during 2010 and 2012, 2022, there was an emphasis on the benefit of the use of mangrove ecosystem, which enhances the livelihood and economic well-being of the environment. In 2011, there was a paper. In this paper, they have reviewed the benefits of the mangrove forest, and they also came up with the highlight that there is a need for an formal policy and conversation efforts that need to be followed globally. So not only this, there are lots of works have been carried out where during 2011, the authors, Giri et al., they have used the satellite imagery to access the global mangrove cover. And here we have this information like Mr. Sahu et al. They made a just a minute. Yeah, they made a investigation on the deposit of carbon over the place, and also they mitigated the importance of climatic changes. And in 2015, Hema and Devi, they evaluated the economical importance of this mangrove ecosystem. And in 2020, Jayanti et al., they came up with the impact of various activities that are being involved in improving the mangrove health, and also what are the ways the mangrove health is being degraded. So those study has been done by them, wherein they have applied the concept of remote sensing and geo technology to monitor the changes. And then in 2021, Michael and et al., they have came up with a valuation of ecosystem services, which is done over the coastal region. They spoke about the mangrove related services, which is highly contributing to the economical impact over the society. And in 2022, Sahana et al., they examined the economical and ecological conflict over the region, and they came up with a solution like if there is a support from the government, like if they support in terms of ecosystem restoration and local livelihood development, there can be more improvement in the restoration of mangrove forest. In 2023, Sasmito et al., they conducted a study in Indonesia. So they also highly focused on the supporting factors of this mangrove ecosystem, and what are the changes that have been emphasized over the methodology that can be imposed for a growth in mangrove forest region. So based on these 10 literature, whatever we have came up with, here is the few summary of the insight what we gone through this literature review. Most of the cases in most of the papers, whatever we have reviewed, there is some valuation frameworks and methodologies that are being used in order to enhance the decision making through this economical comparison. And also research studies offer valuable insight towards the development of appropriate conservation and management policies. They also received some considerable attention from economic and ecological significance from the researchers, also from the government. This literature highlights several areas like ecological valuation approaches, pluralistic approach, and there are some requirement for social perspective improvement in order to investigate this further. So based on this insight, we also identified some of the research gap. The research gap right here is limited data on multi-sectoral economic contribution, inadequate validation of non-market ecosystem services, lack of comprehensive valuation framework, need for region-specific valuation methodology. And then we also identified that there are some limited evidence-based policy models that have been enforced by the government or the management role who is in charge for the particular sector. And then there is some inadequate economical initiative for local communities. So in order to bridge up the gap which is existing right now, we came up with a proposed study. So this paper is mainly on the study of what has happened and what we are going to propose. This the main aim of this study is to evaluate the economical significance of mangrove wetland. The main thing is like we are going to support the sustainable tourism, fisheries, and local livelihood development. The next one is to access and quantify the ecosystem services, where we can focus on biodiversity conservation, carbon sequestration, and coastal protection. The next main objective is to develop an integrated framework that combines ecological assessment and economic valuation methods. This is used to quantify the total value of the mangrove ecosystem. The final thing is to formulate the data-driven policy recommendation for covering this sustainable management of this mangrove wetland. So based on this few aims, whatever we have considered here, we have framed out with some of the research questionnaires. So these research questionnaires are directly having an impact over the study, whatever we have done earlier. And the solution for this, that is the answer for this research question will be a final outcome of the proposed study, whatever we have came up with. So in this presentation, I'm going to
Excuse me,
highlight
ma'am.
on, yeah.
I'm very sorry for interruption, but this is a gentle reminder that you've crossed your 9-minute mark. And I
Yeah,
would
I'll
request
make
you to
it quick.
conclude your presentation in the next minute. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll make it quick. So based on this, we have came up with a proposed methodology. Like for the first and foremost thing is selected mangrove wetland, which region need to be selected, and what are the key regions we are going to identify based on the different levels of mangrove health. The criteria for selection, it depends upon the human settlement, economical dependency of the mangrove, and geographical variability. And we also rely on depend on the ecological data which are being collected through different surveys. Social economic survey will also be conducted with the local communities, and remote sensing technologies will be used to capture the satellite imageries and aerial photographs of the places where, based on this remote sensing and the GIS system, we are going to identify which particular region of mangrove forest is, need to be considered for our further study. And here is a quick diagrammatical representation of how this study selection is been, study area is being selected based on the Landsat or Sentinel images. The mangrove forest regions are identified, and for these regions, we will be extracting the vegetative indexes, and the reflectance curves have been calculated. And based on the occurrence of this reflectance, the identification of the region will be considered. So the main emphasis for this remote sensing and GIS information right here is we go with a sustainable study of the data, and here we don't want to rely on any external sources in order to collect some information with regard to the images that is required for our analysis. However, in order to support this, we do have some methods that have been included in order to make it more efficient. That is the salient analytical method, market price assessment method, contingent valuation method, travel cost method, and then household income services, field survey. And we also go with ecological modeling, field survey. So lot of further analysis are being done in the region whichever is being selected using this remote sensing and GIS system. So what is the main innovative and our breaking aspect right here is we come up with a spatial analysis, which is a novel approach. And we also have an innovative decision support system, which integrates all the data which has been collected through our surveys. Based on this, we come up with a policy and initiative innovations, which will be providing some policy recommendation. And then we have some sort of economic initiative policies, which will help them in improving the tourism and fisheries. So these are some of the research insights. I'll just push on to this research insight, where the main objective is to attain the SDG goal, that is Sustainable Development Goals, international level, where whatever we are applying for our South Indian region, we will make a system in such a way that it will be applicable for the other regions also. So a generalized solution will be provided based on this. So as a conclusion, so we come up with a spatial database, and we'll be having a detailed valuation with a set of practical recommendation. And based on this practical recommendation and the ecological conservation, we also maintain the sustainable management of mangrove system in South India, benefiting both environmental conservation and social economic resilience. So these are some of the references I have gone through, and thanks for listening.
Okay, madam. So I think this was just a survey paper that you have prepared, or
Yeah,
is it kind of
yeah, sorry to interrupt, sir. It's a complete study of what is happening in the literature and what actually we need to focus on in order to improvise the ecological factor of mangrove forest. It's a study.
okay? So you might have heard about the deforestation in Telangana region before few days.
Yes,
So how we can aware the people, because even though we were cutting the trees for the development purpose, like under the name of IT park, but it will be a great impact on the temperature nearby cities like Hyderabad and all. So can we, this mangrove that you have explained right now, can we have different kinds of activity, through which we can aware not only the people but also the government?
yes, sir. Actually, we come up with a policy making. So the main objective is not only with the identification of the region. Instead, we have a bundle of things which we are going to focus on. So we'll be coming up with some sort of decision making tool, and also we'll come up with a policy and recommendation what need to be done for improvising this mangrove ecosystem and what not to do. That is, we will be giving some sort of awareness campaign, and also we'll come up with a policy. So the main objective is to end up with a policy which will be targeting to the local communities, and also we'll be giving some sort of initiative ideas to the government. Also, we'll come up with some sort of recommendation for the NGOs who can come forward in order to take up this activity and make it convenient for the ecological and socio-economical status that can be improved due to based on the policy making that we give.
Okay, thank you so much. That's it from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I would request Nguyen Thai now, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please start a presentation on automatic ECG-led recognition for dataset augmentation in machine learning applications.
I'm sorry, I have a south throat and lost my voice, and maybe hard to understand me. I hope you understand. The next, today I introduce the automatic ICC list recognition for the test I Google in the machine learning application. I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm from Saigon Technology University. The next overview is so as an excuse me. Overview. ICC Washington a candidate donor state, but digital data still has many limitations. Complication menu ICC labeling is time is consuming and prone to errors. The question: how can ICC lead be automated recognized accurately and quickly? The answer: we use YOLO version 11 for the automated ICC lead recognition and the labeling. Then that I used ACC crossing toning cardiac diagnosis. The ACC play a vital role in the diagnosing cardiovascular diseases, especially at tumors. However, many ACC recording the still acid in the paper or the digital image format, making automatic processing difficult. Example, you can see on the screen the ACC often distorts and noisy and the low solution. Many manual labeling the time consuming and the prone to errors. In the consistent data the due in the perform in the machine learning model. Just an image example in noise and the distorts an image. The next I use how do animals can quickly recognize quickly can methods be developed to automatic recognize and label ICC list. What is solution can accelerate for fasting space and reduce data creation cost. The sensitive made illustrator of the difference between a manual and the automated method. Then as I used according to strategies in the use Euro version 11 fast and the correct object detection. In the method Euro version 11, the robust object detection model optimized of for the space and accurate is applied to the test ICC property in image. The image is found in the publication in Euro 11. I chose the Euro 11. The data sets and the model, the training and the methods. And we use data set using data set from the Pakistan, and we use the more than 5,000 ICC images contain tell a lead devices into train the test and the valuation sets. Deployment methods, email processing, normalization, and augmentation and labeling, and train the list detection model is I use the train detect the values on the strings. We have two approaches. One, the detect of the email of the ACC list symbol, and the two detect of the phone ACC list. The next, the one approach, the one I used Euro 11 in the ICC list the symbol detection, the very small the symbol detection. A Euro version is the trend and the detect how ICC list the symbol 1, 2, 3, A, L, F, and V1 and 2 V6. The result, and so I control throw and confusion matches and the free session recall matches. The chat email in translate installation of the ICC lead December detection profession emails. As you can see, a confusion matches and the model query availability charts. And then result the final result, I show the table and the carriers, the map, revision, recall, and F1, and etc. And the notes, the map, 68% are very low. And the next are using the after 2. I use the model in the phone ICC list detection, the phone. I the body box the phone. The YOLO is the model applied to detect the on the town ICC list in the image. The model and the can phone ICC list in the image, the church image, and in translator phone in ICC list detect and the process image on the screen. The next, the confusion, the matrix and the model I calculate very charts. The result, the first result on the table, a result created a map of pricing, recall, F1 to inference, etc. You can see the 10 the important. The net,
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but please conclude your presentation in the next 1 minute since we have time constraint. Okay?
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I I should I try to quickly the compare. Yes, the comparing to apply to ICC lead detection. I use Euro 99%. As I use the Euro ICC list image. Yes. The next, the automatic ICC level process using the Euro 11, the PLI inputs, ICC image, and use Euro model phone ICC list detection, and I output the two image and label .txt. Okay, there are a great high quality data set for candidate research, and the final I guess the label .txt. In the future, the automated ICC list records my collection. I use the geology perform a satellite detection ICC list. The output performance. The method in ICTIS. The automated level of process at the same time and the cost. Correcting a high quality data set, the future develops a model detect adversary in the ICC applied to more different ICC data analysis. In hand to capacity of AI system in the diagnosing cardiovascular disease and the support medical decision. Thank you, sir.
Okay, my concern is what you have shown that YOLO 11 has given you a good results. Like, have you involved doctor in this the entire process? Like, the output have you verified from the doctors?
Yes, I think I was the founder. I was the founder to image and the label that activity. Yeah.
Which data set you have used, and is it an authenticated data set?
you can speak slowly.
Which data set you have used for your study purpose, and is it a authenticated data set?
The data sets I used. Data set. Sorry, the data set I use.
You
Data
can
set.
tell orally.
Bagi
No need to show. You can
yeah,
tell orally.
yeah. I use the Hafito in Bagitan.
Is it an authenticated data set?
The open data sets. Data set you can use. This.
Yeah, I'm talking about this ECG image data set. Is it a authenticated data set? Is it provided by doctors?
Yeah, that is the PDF, the PDF and the GBC image, GBC, and I I input the set ACC image, and I extract to tell list in the I use the model phone 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 detector list and the uh, cut, and after I cut the tail list, and I change the body box, and change the body box in the label that TT.
Okay, so your work is going to, is it to help out in producing the reports, the ECG reports and all? Is it going to help over there?
Sorry, boss.
No. My question is, what did you understand my question? Is it going to, the work that you have used, that is YOLO 11 model, is it going to help out in producing the reports, the correct report?
Yes, are you YOLO 11 version 11 reports to I use YOLO to updates. I use model list symbol, detect a list symbol, and the model I use two model list phone the uh, phone the list in the image.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's it from my end.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
I would like to call Chandana ma'am. Chandana BS. Ma'am, are you here with us?
Yes. Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. Please present your paper on enhanced anomaly detection in time series data, a comparative study of univariate approach with transformer and LLM methods. If it is all right. Thank you.
Yes, sure. Uh, good morning, everyone. My name is Chandana BS, and today I will be presenting our research on enhanced anomaly detection in time series data, a comparative study of univariate approach with transformer and LLM methods. This work has been carried out by my co-authors, Adya Bhatt, Abhay Kumar, Akash C, and myself under the guidance of Shailaja SS Madam at PES University. Before we dive into our research, let's first understand what an anomaly really is. In simple terms, an anomaly is something that stands out from the norm, something unexpected or unusual. Anomaly detection in time series plays a critical role in fields such as security, finance, healthcare, and transportation. Its primary purpose is to identify deviations from expected patterns that could indicate potential issues. In this presentation, we will explore various techniques for anomaly detection. For the related work, we discovered that detecting anomalies is inherently challenging because what is considered normal varies across different domains. To address this, Chandola and his colleagues in 2007 categorized anomalies into 3 types. Point anomalies refer to the individual data points that deviate significantly from the norm. Contextual anomalies depend on the surrounding conditions, and collective anomalies arise when a group of points collectively form an unusual pattern. Since labeled anomalies are scarce, unsupervised and deep learning methods play a crucial role in real-world anomaly detection. Coming to the datasets used, to conduct our experiment, we utilized a well-established benchmark dataset known as the M4 competition dataset. The M4 dataset consists of 1 lakh time series covering various domains. Given the vast scope of the dataset, we selected a subset of 20 time series with daily frequency for our study. And using this structured dataset, we evaluated different anomaly detection techniques. For the experimental setup, to evaluate anomaly detection methods, we conducted a univariate time series analysis where each series was examined independently. We utilized a mix of traditional statistical models like ARIMA and PROFIT, machine learning-based methods like isolation forest, and deep learning models such as LSTM, NBeatsX, and LAG-LLaMA. These models were chosen to capture varying temporal patterns and detect anomalies based on how well they fit the data, helping us compare different approaches effectively. For the models used, starting with ARIMA, autoregressive integrated moving average, it is a statistical model used for time series forecasting. It consists of 3 components: autoregressive, which is denoted by P, integrated D, and moving average Q. ARIMA models past values and errors to make future predictions and is particularly useful for stationary time series. The next is the PROFIT, developed by Meta. It is a forecasting tool that accounts for trend, seasonality, and holiday effects. It is robust to missing data and outliers and includes an additional error term to model idiosyncratic variations. The next is the isolation forest. It is an unsupervised learning method that isolates anomalies using a collection of decision trees called isolation trees, the I trees. Since anomalies are rare and more distinct, this model quickly isolates them compared to the traditional methods. So key parameters used for tuning include contamination, the number of estimators, and random state. The next is a transformer-based foundation model, which is the LAG-LLaMA. It is a probabilistic time series forecasting. It uses lags as covariates to predict the future values based on past lagged inputs. The architecture consists of a transformer decoder that learns to model the distribution of time series data. Now for the Moment employs a transformer-based architecture to perform time series forecasting and anomaly detection. It's based on the masked prediction. The model processes time series data by splitting it into a fixed length embeddings, making it more adaptable to different time scales. Unlike traditional models that require extensive fine-tuning, Moment generalizes well across different datasets without additional training. The NBeatsX model decomposes time series through a stack of fully connected neural network blocks. Each block generates both the backcast and the forecast outputs, and the backcast cleans up the input data for the next block. The forecasts contribute to the final prediction. Now for the neural network-based architecture model, which is the deep LSTM, it's designed for handling sequential data by stacking multiple LSTM layers. This structure enables the model to learn intricate temporal patterns and dependencies, making it well suited for tasks requiring long-term memory retention. Now for the results, this table compares the computing resources and training times of various models. ARIMA, PROFIT, and Isolation Forest run efficiently on CPUs with training times under a second, making them suitable for quick analysis. In contrast, DeepLSTM and NBeatsX require GPUs and take significantly longer to train, highlighting their increased complexity. Notably, lag llama has the highest training time, which is mentioned here as 57 seconds, indicating its computational intensity. Next, for the graphical results, this section presents the plots with the observed data and the corresponding model fit. The anomalies identified are marked differently. We discuss how anomalies are marked for some models which have given better results in terms of accuracy. Which is the first one is the deep LSTM architecture, which comprises of multiple LSTM layers, as mentioned earlier, which is designed to handle sequential data. This model is apt at recognizing point anomalies. The NBITS-X framework is built to be a time series forecasting technique that projects the data onto a basis function spread across blocks, each with a specialization towards a particular basis function, which refines the inputs and contributes towards the final predictions. NBITS-X is extremely good at recognizing contextual anomalies. These were the results from the moment model. Moment model leverages a pre-trained transformer to reconstruct the masked patches. When a reconstruction masked patches happens, there is error. So the reconstruction error, when crosses a predetermined threshold, indicating deviations from the expected patterns, the corresponding points are marked anomalous. These were some of the evaluation metrics used in our model. So first one is the mean absolute error. It gives the average absolute difference between the predicted and the actual values. Mean square error squares these differences, and the root mean squared error brings the result back to the original unit. Mean absolute percentage error, on the other hand, expresses the error as a percentage of the actual value. Median absolute error is more robust to outliers as it uses median instead of the mean. So based on the evaluation metrics we discussed in the previous slide, so this table compares the accuracy of the different forecasting models. Among all models, Deep LSTM was observed to demonstrate the best overall performance, achieving the lowest MAE, MSE, RMSE, and MED-AE, indicating high predictive accuracy. NBITS-X performs well in terms of percentage error, achieving the lowest MAPE, but its overall accuracy is slightly lower than Deep LSTM. ARIMA and PROFIT exhibit higher error values, with PROFIT performing particularly poor. The lag llama model records the highest errors across all metrics, making it the least effective for this dataset. Conclusion, our research evaluated neural and non-neural models on the M4 dataset. Deep LSTM was observed to achieve the best accuracy, capturing complex patterns well, while NBITS-X showed a strong potential. Isolation forest trained the fastest, making it ideal for resource-constrained scenarios, though deeper models require more time. Our future work could be to explore multivariate time series and exogenous variables to boost the detection accuracy. Advanced models like NBITS-X and Moment offer stronger potential, while integrating root cause analysis, RCA, could enhance the interpretability. So for the reference section, the following are the existing research sources we used as references in our study. Lastly, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed ICTIS Thailand 2025 Organizing Committee for providing us this opportunity to present our research work. We thank our institution, PES University, Bangalore, India, for all the support and guidance we have received. We would also like to thank our mentor, Shailaja SS Madam, for her constant support. We extend our gratitude to the researchers presiding over this meeting for their time and attention throughout our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, can you talk about the data set that you have used for training your models?
Sure, sir. We use the M4 dataset, M4 computation dataset. So it was compiled by Makridakis. It is one of the well-known benchmarked dataset for the time series forecasting. It had data which belonged to different domains, which helped us analyze our models well by increasing the generalizability of the models. And also it had the M4 competition dataset didn't have any missing data. So we didn't face any pre-processing challenges.
So how many records are there in that data set?
1 lakh time series data.
Okay, 1 lakh. Do you think
In
that
that,
these many
we selected 20
these
series.
many records are more than enough for training your deep models?
Sir, I didn't get you.
Do you think that these many records are more than enough for training your deep models?
Not sure, sir. We used this data set. Like we selected only 20 series due to the resource constraints, and we evaluated the result.
And how you have verified the performance of your models? Like how you have cross-verified it?
We use the different evaluation metrics as mentioned, sir.
Can you show me the results of all these metrics?
Yes, sir.
So you have highlighted deep LSTM.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that is it giving a more accuracy than the other models?
Yes, sir. Actually, deep LSTM gave us the best results because there is a feature in deep LSTM which integrates the memory cells. So it has the ability to retain information, and it also has the ability to capture long range dependencies. So due to which we got the best results by deep LSTM.
Why you called it as a deep LSTM? How
Because
many
there are
layers you have
multiple LS. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
how many LSTM you have included? Why you called it as a deep LSTM?
We have it was already a pre-trained model which we used. It had stacked multiple LSTM layers.
So it is a transfer learning kind of thing. What is your contribution in this research?
So sir, it was a comparative analysis to check which model performs the best for the univariate analysis.
Okay, so you have used existing models for comparison purpose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I would like to request Humane Mokojo sir. Humane sir.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Please present your study on experimental setup and results analysis of tactile internet implemented using 5G technology.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. My name is Humani Mokoto, and I'll be presenting to you the project titled The Experimental Setup and Results Analysis for Tactile Internet Implemented Using 5G Technology. The table of content for the presentation will be as listed in this slide. And let me go to the introduction to the study environment. I'll study by explaining smart manufacturing, which is defined as the fully integrated and collaborative manufacturing line that responds in real time to meet changing demands and conditions in the physical plant, the supply chain, and align with the customer needs. And one of the key characteristics which is identified in most smart manufacturing environment is automation of the manufacturing line. At the time of conducting this study, the programmable logic controllers, which will be abbreviated as PLCs from now, were the most diversely used automation technology in smart manufacturing environments. Tactile internet, which is the implementation of internet services to facilitate interaction with distant domain and cyber-physical system by establishing the virtual presence. And these tactile internet operations especially in PLC automated plants, has always been implemented using 3G, 4G, and 4G LTE network technology. And the research problem indicates that most industrial level PLCs used in automation of smart plants doesn't have 5G wireless features. And this hinder the adaptation of 5G network technology into smart manufacturing environment by causing bottlenecks and slow data synchronization, because the earlier generations of mobile technologies, which is 3G, 4G, and 4G LTE, they have low bandwidth and high latency. And the research revealed that this increased production time in smart manufacturing environment. The case study selected for this project was the smart water bottling plant, which is situated in the Central University of Technology in Free State, South Africa. This plant was designed to process 330 and 500 milliliters of clean drinking water. And the plant is partitioned into 3 smart manufacturing units, which is the filling, the capping, and the packaging units. The plant is automated using the Smartic S7 1200 PLC drive. And at this point, it's worth noting that the S7 1200 PLC drive from Siemens, it's one of those industrial level PLC drives which does not have any 5G or wireless features. So this necessitates the project in this way. The project aims on improving 5G features on already existing PLC drives, which are in already established smart manufacturing plants. Now taking a look at network factors which affect production time. It was found that the latency, the bandwidth, and the device density are the most are the network factors which have significant impact on the production time. In this way, that the latency if the latency of the transmission network, which is used to implement tactile internet application, is high, it will delay the data synchronization, and this will increase production time. And if the network has limited bandwidth, it will delay data synchronization, and this will increase production time. The device density, which is the ability of the network technology to multi-connect increased number of IoT devices. And if this is limited, then we require more than one network setup to accommodate all IoT devices, and this will increase production time due to handover delays. The research aims and objectives. The aim of this project is basically to develop a tactile internet system using 5G network technology on the smart water bottling plant, which is our chosen case study for this study. And this will be achieved by enhancing 5G wireless features on the PLC-driven smart water bottling plant. And as indicated on the previous slide, that the S7 1200 PLC, which is used to automate the considered case study, does not have 5G wireless features. And the aim is to improve or to enhance 5G features on this PLC, with the understanding that if we can be able to remotely connect to this PLC drive, then it will be as good as connecting to the entire plant remotely. And this project is accentuated on the fact that if we can improve on existing plants, it will be more cost effective than replacing the PLC with some 5G capable device. Now, coming to the reviewed possible ways of enhancing this, several researches with the close interest to the study were reviewed. One of them is from Sittler et al., who suggested we automate the plant by the MESA 776B FPGA and use the Raspberry Pi 4B 5G network module to enhance 5G wireless features. The problem with this is unsuited for our application as it substitutes the PLC drive. The other one is from Ansari et al. And 5G Smart Group, who suggested we use the user equipments, and it's also unsuited for our application as most of the user equipments are not industrial level. Xu et al. Suggested we use the network adaptation scheme. This network adaptation scheme consists of the Lascape 1046 multi-core processor and RM 500 UCN 5G network module. This approach is closely suited to our application. However, it will inherit some data rate limitations to our project, which will bottleneck the system. And the Siemens Industrial suggested we use the Scalens MM router 856-1 wireless router. This router is equipped with high data rate and enhanced mobility. And another advantage of this router is that it can connect to 3G, 4G, and 5G network technology. So based on all these reviewed approaches, we found the Siemens Industrial router as the best solution to our problem of enhancing 5G wireless features on already existing PLC drives. This is the proposed, this is the schematic of the proposed setup with the Scalens router, whereby the remote PC was used to access the smart water bottling plant through the 5G network connection using the Scalens MEM856 router. And the experimental setup that was executed is shown on this picture, whereby on the first one is the plant without any network connection, and on the second two pictures shows the physical connection of the Scalens router, and on the other one shows the computer being whereby the configurations on the router was being carried out, which is mainly the enabling of the of the interface, which is the wireless interface and the Ethernet interface, and IP alignment with the PLC to assure proper communication. And on the last slide, or the last picture, on the bottom one, it shows the Scalens router connecting to the PLC and showing healthy connections on both the Ethernet and the wireless interface. Now coming to the experimental setup, the Genetrack software and the Paisla PRTG network monitoring application were used to measure the latency on the project. And just to note, the 4G tactile internet application was also used for comparison purposes to assure that we can quantify the improvement that is brought by 5G on the system. And it was found that on the 4G, the latency ranges between 66.2 and 139.7 milliseconds, while on the 5G, it ranged between 0.8 milliseconds and 1.4 milliseconds. Several measurements were taken and plotted against each other. These are the graphs whereby the orange one shows the latency performance for the 5G tactile internet applications, which is close to zero. That is around 1 milliseconds. And for 4G is the blue line, which shows between 60 and 140. And here's the data rate performance.
I would request you to conclude your presentation in the next minute.
Thank you, ma'am. And the data rate performance for the 4G was shown on this chart, whereby and plotted against that chart, these are the results. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can. I can hear you. My question is how you are going to reduce the production cost, and how
Thank
your
you.
proposed system is going to help you out.
Thank you very much for the question. Basically, on this project, the production cost was aimed to be minimized by avoiding to completely phase out the existing PLC drive, much as the tactile internet application is the innovation that is required in smart manufacturing environment, but we are trying to implement it with the minimum cost by avoiding the phasing out of the existing PLCs, as most of the smart plants are already established with expensive PLC drives installed on them. I hope have I answered the question properly?
Yeah. That's it from my end.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Now, next, I would request Jasmine Joseph to present her paper on financial inclusion as a tool for social equity, a focus on the elderly and underprivileged. Jasmine, are you here, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please begin with the presentation.
Ma'am, can you please confirm if my screen is visible in presentation mode?
Yes, ma'am. We can see it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Joseph, a final year BCom honors student at Christ University. I thank Lord Almighty and the entire ICTIS team for giving us this wonderful opportunity to present our paper titled Financial Inclusion as a Tool for Social Equity, a focus on the elderly and underprivileged. This paper is written by Jasmine Joseph, myself, and Samuel Philip under the guidance of Professor Amala Sibi, and three of us are from Christ University. So before learning about our paper, let me introduce to financial inclusion. Financial inclusion refers to ensuring that all individuals, regardless of income level, have access to affordable, useful, and sustainable financial services, including banking, credit, and credit, insurance, and digital payment solutions. Now, we'll see how financial inclusion contributes to social equity. First of all, it reduces the economic disparities by providing financial resources to marginalized groups. Secondly, it empowers individuals through savings, investments, and access to credit. Thirdly, it enhances economic participation, allowing everyone to engage in productive financial activities. Moving on, we have the objectives of our study. The first one is explore the role of financial literacy. Financial literacy is a significant factor in promoting financial inclusion. One objective of this research is to explore the relationship between financial literacy and the ability of elderly individuals and underprivileged population to have access and utilized financial services effectively. By enhancing financial literacy, individuals may feel more empowered to engage with their financial service and make informed decisions, thus improving their overall financial health. The second objective of our study is contribute to policy development. An overreaching objective of this research is to contribute to the development of policies and frameworks that promote financial inclusion for elderly individuals and underprivileged populations. In this paper, we have focused on two groups. That is, first is the underprivileged section, and the second one is elderly people. Moving on, we'll see what is the importance of financial inclusion. The first one is economic empowerment. It enables people to save, invest, and escape poverty. Second one is it has better access, expands access to banking, credit, and digital payments. Thirdly, it reduces inequality. It brings the poor and marginalized into financial system. Let us take an example. I've taken an example in India, that was a scheme started by the PM. The name of the scheme is Jan Dhan Yojana. It was launched back in the year 2014. The aim of the scheme is to provide zero balance bank accounts. So in that way, everybody will have bank account, even the poor and the marginalized people. Everybody will have bank accounts, even if that is a zero balance bank account. So what happened after this is over 50 crore accounts were open. It led to increased savings, direct benefit transfers, and financial security for the poor. So after the scheme of our Prime Minister, the survey has found that it has increased the number of savings, the number of bank accounts have been increased, and savings has also been relatively very much increased. Moving on, we'll come to the challenges faced by elderly and the underprivileged section. First, we'll talk about elderly people. So that is lack of digital literacy and accessibility barriers. As we all know that because they are elder people, so all of them might not know how the digital literacy works. So that is one main problem for them. For example, let's say not many elder people might know how to use GPay or how to use applications like net banking, SIB mirror transfer, all those things. Second one is dependency on traditional banking. All these elderly people are dependent on traditional banking system. That is a drawback because at this age we also know that how banks work. And at this age, when they are 60 or 60 plus, going and standing in bank queues is will cause health problems to them. Next, we'll come to the underprivileged section. So the first one is lack of formal identification. Second one is low financial literacy, and third one is limited access to credit and financial inclusions. So these are very self-explanatory points. Now we'll go on to the research gap. The majority of research was focused on financial inclusion in elderly and underprivileged sectors of the society. A few articles regarding using AI and SDGs in the field of economic development are available. Additionally, because it is a relatively new developing field, there is very little study on financial inclusion themes related to AI and SDGs used in the market. There are very limited tools and guidance designed for elderly and the underprivileged sectors about fintech. Now we'll move on to the role of technology in financial inclusion. The first one is banking, mobile banking and digital wallets. Platforms like UPI, Paytm, M-Pesa allows instant cashless transactions even in remote areas, reducing dependency on physical banks. Second is fintech innovations. AI-driven credit scoring helps access credit worthiness for individuals without formal credit history, enabling loans for the unbanked. Third one is blockchain and decentralized finance. We also call it DeFi. So it ensures secure, transparent, and low cost transaction without intermediaries, benefiting people with limited banking access. Moving on to findings of our research paper. First, in the recent studies conducted, the researchers have clearly defined the importance of financial inclusion. Financial exclusion can happen due to the following reasons: geographical area, financial literacy, cost of service, etc. It is evident that financial inclusion reduces poverty. It also reduces income inequality. Developed countries like China also face the problem of financial inclusion. The level of financial inclusion is mainly measured by three components, namely sustainable growth, high saving rate, and shadow banking. Digital finance can lead to financial inclusion in way expansion of financial services to non-financial sectors. Recommendations and future scope. First is strengthening financial literacy programs, educate underprivileged and elderly individuals on banking, digital payments, and investments to improve financial decisions making. Second one is improving elderly friendly banking services, simplify banking process, offering doorstep services, and introduce user friendly digital platform for seniors. Third is expansion of microfinance and small business loans. Increase access to small loans for low income individuals and small entrepreneurs, fostering self employment and economic growth. The last one is policy suggestions for greater financial accessibility. Government and banks should promote zero balance account, lower transaction fees, and enhance rural banking infrastructure. Concluding,
Lisa ma'am, I would request you to end your presentation in the next minute.
sure, ma'am. Concluding, definition and importance. Financial inclusion ensures access to banking, credit, and digital finance for all. It reduces poverty, empowers individuals, and bridges economic inequality. Second one is challenges faced. Elderly, they face challenges like digital literacy, mobility issues, and the underprivileged section face challenges like lack of ID cards, like Aadhaar card, PAN card, everything, financial awareness, and bank access. Next is role of technology. Mobile banking and UPI enable easy digital transaction. And AI improve credit access. Blockchain and DeFi ensure secure, transparent finance. Case study, that is Jan Dhan Yojana, that tells us that almost plus 50 crore bank accounts have been opened after this Yojana. Recommendation from our side is enhance financial literacy and elderly friendly banking, expand microfinance, and improve financial policies for better access. These are our references. We have taken 15 papers, and most of them are from Springer Open. That's it from our side. Thank you so much.
Okay, my question is, you talked about the financial literacy and all, right?
Yes, sir.
Financial knowledge is very much important nowadays, but government is, nowadays change their rule. Like if you're not keeping a minimum balance in your account, they are going to charge you. In that case, how you are going to aware the people and how you can going to approach the government that the people in the villages, they are not able to keep they are not able to keep the minimum balance in their account.
Okay, so sir, there is one village near a university, that is Kichudipur village. So Samuel, that is my research partner, and I both of us went to that village personally, and we have taken sessions over there about educating them for finance. That is a very poor village. We have went there, and we have told them about few government policies like Awas Yojana, Jan Dhan Yojana, and all those things. So from our side, we are also trying to educate them, and also from government is also trying to do all these things.
Is there any approach from your side to automate the things like using AI?
From our side, we are not using AI. We are going physically to the people and educating them. We are not working on the technical aspects.
Okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. The next I would like to call Mandasmita Maras. Mandasmita, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please present your study on intelligent and adaptive infant personalized care.
A very good morning to everyone. I'm excited to present our project, Intelligent and Adaptive Infant Personalized Care. This IoT and ML based system provides real time infant care, keeping parents informed and instantly alerted to their baby's needs.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to present our project, Intelligent and Adaptive Infant Personalized Care. This IoT and ML based system provides real time infant care, keeping parents informed and instantly alerted to their baby's needs. I am Mandasmita, and I had the pleasure of working on this project along with my teammates Babu and Rishan, and under the guidance of our professor Dr. Anandam at PS University. Here's a quick overview for today's presentation. We'll begin with the literature survey and go to the problem statement, followed by the methodology used to develop our system. Next, we'll walk through the flowchart to understand the working process, then move to the implementation details. After that, we'll share the results observed from our setup and finally wrap up with a conclusion. So this is the literature survey. These are the base papers we took guidance from. The first one, development of IoT-based smart cradle. Here, it focuses on automated cradle movement using sound detection. Few features are uh, cradle rocks when baby cries. IoT connectivity enables remote real-time monitoring. Android app with cloud integration for alerts and data access. And in the second paper, we can see that it focuses on the cry detection and cradle automation. And some features are sound sensor to detect cry, temperature monitoring, and control. The baby position is detected and alert system for parents. So from these paper, we took some guidance and we laid a foundation by showing the role of automation and IoT in baby care. We expanded on these ideas by introducing a CNN model, a ML-based model that not only detects crying but classifies the reason why the baby is crying. For example, if the baby is hungry, discomfort, or feeling any stomach pain. Improving personalization. We also integrated multiple real-time sensors like temperature, wetness, along with real-time notifications, which makes the baby cradle system more intelligent and adaptive. These days, with busy lifestyle, it's tough for parents to constantly monitor their babies. Traditional cradles don't really help. They can't sense or respond to what the baby needs. Baby cries for many reasons like hunger, discomfort, or even for the need of some attention. Our system addresses to all these. A machine learning model identifies the reason behind the cry, like hunger, discomfort. A DHT11 temperature sensor monitors room temperature and sends alerts if it's not optimal. And if the baby just needs some attention, the cradle automatically swings in response to the cry. To build this system, we combined multiple technologies. We started by integrating sensors like sound, wetness, and temperature for real-time data collection. We use CNN-based machine learning model on a Raspberry Pi to identify why the baby is crying, whether it's hunger, discomfort, or pain. For hardware control, we used ESP32 microcontroller manages the input-output for all components, and the servo motor triggers based on sensor feedback. We use Blink app and Push Bullet for real-time notification, and the ESP32 camera shares live video to the user's mobile for continuous supervision. This methodology ensures both automation and intelligent analysis for infant care. Here's how the system works when it's running. It starts by collecting data from sound, wetness, and temperature sensors. If the baby cries, the sound sensor detects it and the cradle starts swinging using a servo motor. If the wetness is detected, the hygiene alert is sent to the parent immediately. And the DHT level temperature sensor checks if the room temperature is comfortable. The ESP32 integrated camera provides a live stream of the baby through the mobile app. Meanwhile, a microphone connected to the Raspberry Pi runs the ML model to analyze the baby's cry and determine why the baby is crying. The notifications are sent through the Blink app and Push Bullet, keeping the parents updated in real time. This is the implementation we have done. Cradle setup with all sensors, sound, wetness, temperature, servo motor, and ESP32 camera. Everything is connected via a microcontroller and sends real-time alerts through Blink and Push Bullet app. These are the results. These are the notifications we received through Blink app and Push Bullet. It shows both temperature and humidity monitoring for the baby. This is the wetness detection notification which says P is detected and prompts alerts. This is the push bullet notification. Parents receive instant notifications on their smartphones giving them real-time information on the baby's condition. For example, here we can see the baby cries detected and the baby is crying because it is burping. It also suggests the action. In the second notification, we can see that the baby is crying because it is hungry and the suggested action is feed the baby. To wrap up, our cradle system combines machine learning, sensors, and IoT to detect cries and soothe the baby, which keeps the parents updated in real time, making infant care easier and safer. In future, we hope to add more accurate cry analysis, growth tracking through weight sensors, and advanced health monitoring like heart rate and breathing. These are the references we used. And thank you for your time and attention.
What will be the cost of your product if it is launched in the market?
So we have made it very cost effective. It comes around 7 to 10K, sir.
7 to 10K.
Yeah, it can be
If
reduced.
okay, if there are some technical difficulties, how you are going to handle?
Sir, this is very, uh, it is based on cloud, sir. So if we have any technicalities, uh, we can control over our cloud. And also with the sensors, it's very practical, like temperature sensor, which is very good, sir. So it won't bring any problem.
If there are some technical difficulties in your product, the people will not be able to handle those difficulties. So how you are going to handle it?
We could ensure by making the prototype better, sir. Like The technicalities won't come into the problem because we ensure that the sensors are properly fixed. Even the cameras, sir.
Are you in prototype phase only, or you have implemented it?
We are in prototype phase.
Prototype phase. Okay, you are a
Yes.
final year student.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So what will be the, what do you think that what are the major difficulties that you are going to face while implementing your prototype?
The first major difficulty we faced was in the ML model, where it was difficult to get all the data sets because we did not have sufficient data sets. We got it from Kaggle, sir. We got around 2,000 to 3,000 data sets. That is why the accuracy rate is pretty high. It had a subscription to get more data sets.
The dataset that you are using, are they are authenticated dataset, or
Yes,
this is a
sir. It is
random dataset?
they're all
How many?
authenticated. It's all certified, sir.
Oh, okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, next, I would like to call Vaishnavi GV to present a study on multimodal insights into interview performance, a comprehensive study of audio visual.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, we can see the presentation.
All right. I will begin. Good morning, panel, and everyone present here. I'm Vaishnavi from PS University, Bangalore, and I will be presenting our paper on multimodal insights into interview performance, a comprehensive study of audio, visual, and textual cues. In today's day and age, interviews have become a crucial part of finding a job. Selling at interviews takes more than just theory. It takes practice and feedback to grow and perform well in real high-stakes interviews. As technology, and especially AI, continues to advance, it empowers us to create platforms that help us learn, grow, and succeed. While many tools assess technical skills, most don't offer real-time feedback on soft skills, mainly confidence in interviews. Our model fills that void, bridging the gap where it matters the most. We offer a realistic simulation that lets you rehearse, refine, and rise with confidence. We came across various papers which we thought would help us understand how each modality can be extracted to the best to understand confidence. And this is our review for so far, just a snippet of a review. And this is our whole implementation, and let me walk you through the entire model. Our AI-powered chatbot simulates a realistic HR interview by asking behavioral and situational questions, just like a real recruiter. It also responds dynamically with follow-up questions based on the answers, creating an interactive and adaptive interview experience. This chatbot has been fed close to 100 questions, which were handpicked through research by talking to HR to initiate the interview. The interview process is captured as a video and then is processed by 3 separate modules. The text module gives the transcript a collective score based on criteria such as pause per second, filler words per word, and repeated phrases. This is combined with the overall sentiment score given to the contents of what is being spoken, which we get from the API we are using to get the answers transcript. We have refined this module by testing it on our custom dataset consisting of interviews from 19 volunteers. The audio itself is processed by a 2D CNN model trained to conduct audio sentiment analysis 3 seconds at a time. The input is a 40x376 matrix of MFCCs, that is, Mel frequency sexual coefficients, a feature we found to be used extensively in this domain during a literature survey. This outputs one of 7 emotion labels, which is further processed in later steps to give us a score. From the video, we capture frames for each second and input it into a 2D CNN and predicts a 6-class probability distribution corresponding to the FER dataset's emotion categories. Taking the emotion score and the emotion scores we get from the audio and video modules, we generate a collective report to serve as feedback to the candidate, allowing for a constructive interview practice session. Our 2D CNN audio module gave us a testing accuracy of 79.2% with the datasets RAVDES, SAVI, and TESS, from which we extracted MFCC to train our model. Our 2D CNN video module gave us a testing accuracy of 60% with the FER 2013 dataset, where we used frames as it is. And now, to address the gap that we found in our survey, identifying confidence in audio. It is only natural as confidence is subjective. Existing research on this topic has pursued various paradigms in quantifying confidence. We, however, chose to view this problem statement in the context of interviews. Here, confidence translates to the ease of speaking as well as the richness of our voice. Both can be seen in vocal inflection. Hence, we sought to identify variation in inflection and flatness in vocal delivery. To bridge the gap from emotion label to inflection variation, we see emotion to be made of two parts: pitch contour or slow-moving features over audio envelope and spectral description or fast-moving features over audio envelope. MFCC is a spectral feature which we are using to identify the emotion in each 3-second clip. And each emotion is associated with a pitch contour. Depending upon the type of variation in the pitch contour, we can classify the contours into a good contour or a bad contour in the context of an interview and confident speech. Combining spectral description and the nature of contour, we get a prosody summary of the audio clip. And prosody here is the non-verbal features present in the audio envelope. We use this summary to plot the audio clip as a point on a 2D graph inspired by the valence arousal model. For context, valence arousal model of emotion describes emotion in a fluid 2D space based on how positive or negative an emotion is and how much energy is present in an emotion. Using this graph and the position of emotions on this graph, we assign angles to the 7 emotion labels we have on our output layer of our audio sentiment analysis model. The assigned angle, along with the probability of the emotion layer in the output layer of the model being used as the radius, helps us plot point on our own confidence graph. So here, this is a graph output of one of our files from our custom dataset. The gray region here represents a region of good inflection, and having a good amount of points in this region indicates to a good delivery. By providing a platform for interview practice, as well as providing feedback on the interview, we give candidates a way to view their performance from an objective perspective. We would like to conclude by saying that through our research, we found that various models of data can contribute to analyzing confidence, particularly audio. There is a lot of scope for improvement, which can help various people prepare for interviews, especially freshers. So here, currently we view pitch contour on the average of the entire vocal delivery. By considering the time series implication of pitch contour, we can glean insights into the nuances in pitch contour and the role that they play in the placement in a vocal delivery. The scoring model for facial expression can be more robust. Microexpression detection can help us here as it gives us a greater insight into the candidate's mental state. And while we are considering the overall answer's sentiment, we can do better by further analyzing the contents of the answer to provide better feedback. We would like to thank ICTIS for providing this opportunity to present. We would like to acknowledge our prestigious institution for providing us with the resources along with the volunteers who agreed to interview with us to test and better our research. Thank you. And we would like to any questions?
So how what parameters you have used to analyze the performance of the candidate? Could you talk about those parameters?
All right. So as you can see in, let me take it that slide. Okay. So as you can see here, we have 3 separate modules, each one of them analyzing a separate modality. And we would like to mention here that we are not, we are assessing per modality, as we find that performance of either the speech or the content of what we're saying versus how we are speaking versus our demeanor during an interview are independent of each other. So there is no collective score of the entire interview, but more of a score per category over here. So maybe I've already mentioned what we're grading on per modality.
It will be used for a personal interview or technical?
This is used for HR interviews, sir.
Okay, so kind of a personal interview.
Yeah.
So it cannot be useful for technical round, right?
No, sir, because that was our finding, because there are multiple platforms to practice technical skills already. And we wanted to provide a platform to practice our soft skills.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, next, I would like to call Ankita Vaghode to present her research on multimodal machine learning for women's healthcare analytics and classification. Ankita, ma'am?
Hello, ma'am. I am Vaishnavi Dhage. Actually, the author Ankita Bhagode is not feeling well right now. So, can I present paper?
You're the co-author of the paper, right?
Yes, I am Vaishnavi Dhage.
Yes, ma'am. Please present on her behalf then.
Okay, ma'am. Uh, okay, ma'am. So we are excited to present our paper at the ICTIS conference. Our project is a machine learning driven platform for transferring the human's health with multimodal pattern analytics. We have the text. I am going to present here is introduction, like what is the need of this project, then abstract, the general summary, and then the system architecture, like what we are going to do in our project. Literature survey, we have surveyed different papers, and then objective, like what is the main objective, and then the implementation and the conclusion part. First of all, in the introduction, like women face unique health challenges at different stages of life, such as menstruation, pregnancy, menopause, and hormonal imbalance. These challenges are often compounded by the limited access to healthcare, lack of awareness, and cultural stigma surrounding women's health issues. A women's health monitoring system is essential to bridge these gaps by providing platform to track, analyze, and manage health data specific to women's needs. It empowers women to take charge of their health, offering early detection of medical condition, personalized insight, and preventive care. Such a system is particularly important in addressing prevalent issues like reproductive health disorder, mental health challenges, chronic illness, and lifestyle-related conditions. And we have the stats, according to the World Health Organization, or 70% of women globally experience health related issues that are preventable or manageable with timely intervention. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and reproductive health issues and disproportionately affect women, contributing to nearly 20 million premature deaths annually. uh, there is an abstract in the women's health monitoring system is a comprehensive solution designed to assist in monitoring and managing women's health parameters. This system focuses on gathering vital health data such as blood group, height, weight, other critical factors that influence overall well-being. It employs a user-friendly graphical interface to collect, store, and analyze health records, providing insights into physical and reproductive health. This platform includes a selected health article covering a variety of topics related to health, including preventive care, mental health, nutrition, and reproductive health. There is also a community forum promotes mutual support, information sharing, and discussion on health related topics. This community forum will absolutely help the human to share their various problems related to menstrual cycle. Now this is our system architecture. We have the data set of menstrual cycle prediction and the PCOS prediction. Then there is a data pre-processing, feature extraction. Then we are applying different uh, algorithms such as random forest, SVM, multiple linear regression. Then training the model and testing blood attributes and menstrual date, and from that we get the output as a predicted diseases, predicted cycle, home remedies, and suggestion, detected mood. This is our survey. We have survey through these are the four between AI and the tree algorithm, and they found the accuracy symptoms and nearest neighbor random forest, and they get the accuracy 84.50%. Then there is a ML based intelligent health monitoring system. They use new based approach, Bayesian approach, and they get the accuracy 84.50%. Then same like a film vibe device to amplify human's health and harmony. It is the recent paper, and it also they also use new based approach and got accuracy 94.9%. So main objective of our project is early detection of health issues, personalized healthcare, data-driven insights, accessibility and convenience, and community support. In the early detection of health issues, it will monitor health indicator to identify potential medical condition early, such as reproductive health issues, hormonal imbalance, or chronic illnesses. Then personalized healthcare provide the insight and recommendation tailored to individual needs based on their medical history, life cycle, and health data. Then data-driven insight collect and analyze health data to assist healthcare providers in making informed decisions and offering targeted treatments. Accessibility and convenience offer an easy to use platform for women to monitor their health from anywhere, promoting better health management and awareness. Then the community support will provide the educational resources, support groups, and forums for women to share experiences and learn about health topics. And methodology, so we will first one is data collection, one is a user input to gather data that includes age, weight, menstrual dates and time, the symptoms, figure and blood characteristic, how much blood, whether clotting happens or not. The data set is hosted on Kaggle data validation. Data validation needs to be carried out to validate the accuracy and efficiency of the data. Pre-processing, and pre-processing include making the data ready for training the model by cleaning and normalizing the data, which includes removing null values and extracting the required features from the data set. Then health home monitoring model, feature engineering, deriving and engineering relevant features out of the data you have collected that will determine health problems and produce excellent result. Model development. ML
Excuse me,
model
hi.
using
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I would request you to please conclude your presentation within the next 2 minutes since we are working on a time constraint right now.
Okay, ma'am. Or random decision forests were developed to evaluate whether a user's health is good or bad, building and testing the model, building and training the model on the dataset of label health records, and evaluation of performance with metrics such as accuracy, precision, and recall. Implementation, we have PCOS prediction, menstrual tracker, exercise tracker, community forum, symptoms logging, and history. Like at each month, women can log the symptoms, so we get all the history of that women. Like in future, there is a issue, they can directly contact to a doctor and can share all the reports. Conclusion, most of the women hesitate to visit the hospital for medical reason, which can lead to severe health issues. They can use this application to ask question about their health and receive predicted answer, which will be helpful. This application is integrated with several machine learning algorithm, gathering information from women through questions about their age, height, weight, and past medical history. Based on this information, application offer customized advice. Due to this, women may freely discuss their problems. It will keep them informed about their health, and if the health is worse, then advise them to consult with doctor. Thank you, ma'am.
Have you implemented this model? What is the accuracy of this model?
Uh, so actually we are implementing it. The accuracy we got is 94%
For which algorithm?
for PCOS detection.
For PCOS detection.
Yes.
But in presentation, it is nowhere mentioned the accuracy part and all.
Actually, it is a survey paper. We have different implementation paper. We have only survey through lots of paper.
No. You have shown the system architecture and all, so it should be kind of a implementation.
Means we are implementing it. That's why we have
Okay.
include the system architecture.
Okay. You're final year student.
Yes. Now we are only third year student.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my end.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Now, next, I would like to call Pabbisetti Harshini, ma'am, to please present a study on sustainable water resource management, a case study of Krishnappa Nagara.
Am I audible? Could you please
Yes,
continue?
ma'am.
Yeah. Good morning, one and all present here. I'm sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. It is not visible yet.
Could you confirm now?
Yes, ma'am. And please try to maintain the time constraint. Thank you
Yeah,
so
sure.
much.
Thank you. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. I'm Pabbisetti Harshini from Amrita Vishwavidyapitham Chennai campus. I'm here to present a case study on sustainable water resource management at Krishnapanagara village. So we are a team of 5 guided by Dr. Badri Narayanan and Dr. Vinita Sai and the Living Labs team. So there's a village called Krishnapanagara in Bengaluru East consisting of 3,000 population. So here we could see the Venn diagram of the entities present in village Krishnapanagara. So we have spent about half a month of time at this village studying the challenges and also having a local engagement with the people. So before going into the challenges and IoT-driven approach, let us know something about Krishnapanagara. So we found this was interesting when we first stepped into Krishnapanagara. So this area was barren decades ago, and the people here were homeless. So the former MLA Krishnappa has donated the lands to the homeless, providing the housing for the less fortunate people. So under this act and the gratitude towards Krishnappa, the village has named to be Krishnapanagara, Now it is a semi-urban village consisting of 900 plots approximately. So we found that the people here mostly are migrants from different states, from Bihar, West Bengal, Karnataka, etc. So major occupations include the daily wage labor, where they go to Bangalore for doing their chores. So the major speaking languages are Kannada and Hindi in particular village. So there was a structure which we have followed from the day one to the day last to get the conceptual understanding of the research which we have done. Starting with the resource map. Resource map is something that gives us the intricate details of the village. So we have explored the village as a team, and then we have drew it in hand to identify the major entities present. And the transit work, which is useful to identify the critical parts consisting major entities. Coming to the inflow and outflow, this gives us the understanding of what are present in the village and what are they acquiring from outside. So inflow and outflow states that income expenditure has given us major insights in knowing the average income of the people, how much they can spend, and also the savings which they are having to spend on their own houses or something. Coming to the seasonal calendar, this is the fourth approach which we have followed. Seasonal calendar shows us the major occurring diseases from January to December, and also the plantations which are growing during this month. So based on all of these five processes, we have identified identified a problem based on water availability. So we have a problem tree which shows us the cause effect of the problem. Personas and scenarios, they target to this particular section of the people, which give us the insight on concluding the challenge which we have identified. Interviews and the group discussions has helped us in confining our own challenges and also getting it correct feedback from the people. So this was the human-centric engagement at the village. So these are the observations in regarding the water management. Panchayat water was released by the Panchayat officials once in a week during the summers and three times a week during other seasons. We found that due to the unavailability of water, people have started purchasing the water from private tankers, where they dig the borewells inside the village and export to the other nearby cities. And the panchayat waters are stored in the drums like this because they are not frequent. And the people have installed few motors to get the good flow of the water. And we could see the people here in the last picture where they are struggling to fetch the water from the tankers. After knowing all these and interacting with the people, we have started with the water quality testing from the borewell and nearby lake called Haranaikkanahalli. The positives mentioned from the water quality testing was from the laboratory. pH value was optimal, so it is consumable, and the iron, fluoride, nitrate contents are all in safe limits. Coming to the residual chlorine, which shouldn't be more than the permissible level, it was non-chlorinated water and it was transparent. TDS, calcium, chloride, sulfate are all in the permissible limits. The found negatives from the report were there were more dissolved solids, about 920 mg per liter, but the acceptable range was 500 according to the studies. Calcium and chloride were slightly above the permissible limits, which are helpful in short-term usage but not in long-term. Total conductivity shows the indicator of high dissolved salts. So the absence of E. coli bacteria is one of the good things which shows no direct fecal contamination. And the bacterial coliforms presence is indicated because of the presence of soil and the irregular sanitation near the borewell. So we could recommend that this can be used in long term by after reverse osmosis. This is a major problem which we have identified, like the limited access of panchayat water. The main causes would be the depleting water table and increasing commercial use by the private tankers. And only few borewells, only 3 or 4 borewells are there in the whole city for 3,000 people. And we identified that Krishnappa Nagara land is terrain is uneven. It has the elevated and lower lying areas, which leads to a problem like the lower lying areas get good pressure of water, but the people staying in elevated levels always face the low pressure depression. So,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes,
I would request you to please conclude your presentation within the next 2 minutes.
yeah, thank you. So people have started installing the motors, and also since they install the motors, they don't find time in controlling the water flow. So there was no fixed time of release. That was the main problem identified, and these are the effects caused due to it. This is a proposed technical solution based on IoT and AI. We start with data collecting the data from flow sensor, pressure, and groundwater sensor. Flow sensor is used to measure the flow, and the pressure sensor to detect the groundwater levels and groundwater sensors. So AI-driven decision making is done by passing this collected data into the microcontrollers, and then based on this, we have the electromagnetic valve and smart pumps to automatically regulate the water by using the valves, and we have the real-time alerts which can be seen in all of the mobiles of the residents, where they can know the fixed time of release and also the water regulation and the water consumption details. So this could be done with the communication of Wi-Fi devices. Benefits could be efficient water distribution and also addressing the leak detection, sustainable groundwater management, and user alerts to prevent the over leakage. Challenges are, since this is a rural community consisting of daily wage laborers, it takes us time to propose a solution and make them habituated to the real-time mobile experiences and the initial setup experiences and the regular maintenance by the government. We conclude that we have addressed the clean water and sanitation sustainable development goal by promoting the efficient water usage and quality monitoring. This IoT-based automated water management system empowers the community through real-time monitoring. So this is the solution which we have addressed for the challenge they are facing regularly over there at Krishnappa. Thank you so much, and we are open for questions now.
How your system is different than the existing system?
Existing system doesn't have any of the monitoring levels. They just release the water at a time, and it is not in the fixed interval. So they do not know whether the people, everyone are getting the equitable distribution or not. So our system ensures that there is an even distribution among the residents, and everyone are able to access to panchayat water instead of increasing the financial burden by buying the private tankers, etc.
What was the cost of your product?
So it would, if we use this SCADA implementation, SCADA is like a brain which controls all the borewells, flow regulation, everything. It would be approximately 38,000 to 50,000 for installing the setup. This is a one-time investment which we do for all the borewells at a time, which monitors a whole village.
So it will be useful for only a personal purpose or a societal purpose?
This is a societal-driven approach targeting people in the village. Sir.
Village. Okay, that's
Yeah.
it from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you for all the people present here for listening the presentation, and also ICTIS committee for giving me the opportunity to deliver my case study here.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, as we conclude this technical session, I would like to thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. Thank you for the support during this 9th version and all the previous 8 versions of the conference. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days, and all the papers have already forwarded to Sprinter. The publication will be live within 6 months. I would request everyone to kindly cooperate with the team of ICTIS 2025.
And
I
I
would
would
also
like to
like to
thank
thank,
ICTS.
yes, sir.
Sorry for interrupting between. I would like to thank ICTS for giving me opportunity to become a session chair. And it was a great session. Many people, they have contributed great things, and I hope that they have learned a lot of things by the presenting their research in front of other people. So this is kind of a knowledge sharing approach, and it was a great honor to be a session chair. Thank you, ICTS.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sharing a token of appreciation on behalf of the whole team. And now, as we conclude this session, I would like to request everyone to turn on their camera for a quick moment of a snapshot of this virtual conference. Yes, thank you, everyone, and have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.